Mamdani just posted a video saying that his first order of business on day one is going to be for the city to take ownership of people's private property.
We'll expand the city's special enforcement programs, doubling fines for hazardous violations and tripling them for conditions that are immediately dangerous. And when a really bad landlord, like this guy, refuses to fix it, the city's going to step in, make the repairs, and send them the bill.
Okay, watch next.
If that doesn't work, the city's taking over the building.
The city's taking over the building.
He says, we're going to take over the building.
So it's theirs. It's the city's.
So you mean like seize the means of production,
That's
like
exactly
communists?
Wait a minute.
So he's saying the quiet part out loud,
Yes.
and people voted for it.
That's right.
Like Maya Angelou once said, when someone tells you who they are, believe them.
How is he going to go about this? First of all, he's going to make it so unaffordable for these landlords to make any repairs because of rent freezing. If you freeze the rent, then the landlords eventually won't be able to pay for the repairs because they're not getting the same income, they're not making the same amount of money as they used to. Number two, he's then going to give these people fines because they're not doing the repairs. And these fines are going to be huge. Then once the city comes back in and says, oh, you know what? You didn't do the repairs. You didn't pay the fines. We are now going to take your property because you are an unfit landlord. The city's going to take the property, seize it, take ownership, and then they're going to turn that property into subsidized housing. Who's that housing going to benefit? It's going to benefit criminals. It's going to benefit illegals. It's going to benefit the prostitutes. It's going to benefit all of the people that Mamdani is going to let out of the prisons. And on top of it, there aren't going to be any police because that's his other order of business, is going to be to defund the police. Basically, Mamdani is turning New York City into a third world country. Meanwhile, white liberal women are literally like parading around singing the Little Mamdani song, thinking that they did such a good job. When you live next to criminals and you're paying $6,000 a month and they're not, then we'll see how happy you are.
I'm actually gonna enjoy today's video, guys, because after 13 years, I finally get to use some of the things I've learned in college. I thought I was never gonna use them. So thank you to you watching this video. Thank you to YouTube. Let's get started. What she's talking about is a specific economic concept called property expropriation. This is exactly what we see during the early transformation to socialism. And it is scary. What is property expropriation? It's basically when the government takes control of private property. And how does the government take control of private property? Usually they do it indirectly. They charge the owner of the building or the owner of the property, they charge that person a high fee that they know they cannot afford. Remember, there's rent control, meaning there is limited amount of profit, and sometimes the owner cannot even break even. So when the government comes and put that high fee, there is absolutely no way the owner can pay that fee. And the government says, you know what, if you don't pay the fee in 30 days, we're going to increase the fee. If you don't pay the fee in 90 days, they keep increasing the fee until the owner says, listen, there's no way. And the government comes, take over, take control of the building. This is exactly what we see Mamdani is planning to do. Now imagine you as a property developer. Would you go invest in a city where you know at any time the government can just come take over your building? You're not going to do that. So that's going to push investors away, and not just pushing new investors. Even if you currently have a building in New York, you're not going to want to put too much money in that building to renovate, to increase that property value, because there's that fear at any time the government can just look at you and say, we want that building. This is the Soviet Union. If you guys look here, the first thing they did that later led to socialism, if not even communism, to be honest, the first thing they did in 1917, they abolished private estates. This is exactly what Mamdani says he's going to do. And then they start with private properties. Then they're going to take the control of agriculture. They're going to take control of the banks. They're going to take control of the hospitals. It is scary. Here's another example. This is China. By the way, as you can tell, I enjoy my little slides. When I was in college, I was a C student. So for me, I must be able to see what I'm saying, especially when I want to be factual. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, give it a comment. It helps with the algorithm, and it's going to encourage me to do even a better job. Here's China. In 1946, China's first move was exactly what Mamdani is now proposing, taking control of private property. They start with private property, private businesses, then they take control of the infrastructure, they take control of the supply chain, they take control of everything. It is scary. I've never been a fan of I told you so. But part of me wants to tell New Yorkers, get ready. Get ready for the chaos you asked for. Because before Mamdani got elected, he told you exactly how he was going to destroy New York City. And you guys voted for him. Especially you white liberal women. Get ready. You guys remember Brandon Johnson? Before Brandon Johnson got elected in Chicago, he said exactly what he wanted to do with the city. He wanted to defund the police, bring more illegal migrants, and give more money to non-profits so he can get his kickbacks. He said exactly what you guys see happening in Chicago now. One thing about the Democrats, they will tell you whatever you want to hear that's going to make you feel good. You want to hear free buses, tax the rich, freeze the rent, free childcare, it does not matter. Whatever you want to hear, the Democrats will tell you just that. Until it is time to deliver. That's when the story changes. Anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching as we continue to watch this madness happening in New York City. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. Let me know what you think as I continue to bring more, but most importantly, better content and call out the nonsense from these Democrats. We are here upholding and promoting conservative values because this is what we believe in. God, family, country. God, repeat after me. God, family, country. As always, may God bless you and may God bless the greatest nation on the planet. May God bless the United States of America.